And our next question, we'll start with you, Vance Phillips. Can you describe, since there's so many specific issues that come before County Council concerning land use, Development A, Development B, conditional use here and there, and all that sort of thing, can you just, rather than talk about specifics, can you kind of give us your overall land use philosophy and what drives you in making decisions to say yes or no to certain hot button development issues that come before council?
Sure. I go back to one of my core beliefs. I believe in the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment is very clear. If government wants to take private property for public use, then a fair and just compensation has to be made to that private property owner. Oftentimes, government is looking to create a panacea for our lifestyles. And in doing so, they trample on these rights that have been given to us in our Constitution. The Farmland Preservation Program, although I don't really believe that it's a good idea to be acquiring property or necessarily rights, I would say it does respect that Fifth Amendment, and it recognizes that the development value of land has a tangible value that a dollar figure can be placed on. So when we create regulations that strip the equity from land, we're really robbing that property owner. It would be a little bit like government saying, you know, we really need to make these new programs special, so we're going to go into your 401k and take a third of it. And
that's your time. There's our timekeeper there is Don. Let's hear it for Don, our timekeeper. All right, next up. Same question for you, Denny Cordrey. What is your, rather than ask about specific developments and issues, what is do you have an overreaching or overarching land use philosophy or philosophy you'll use to make decisions on these issues?
Yes, I think the current practice has been to hear all requests for changes of zone and conditional use. And I believe that the majority of the requests are currently approved. This has sometimes been good, but part of the time consideration has not been given for the surrounding zoning and the impact it may have on other residents. When I'm elected, I plan to meet with the farmers, residents, business owners to ensure that I know their interests. I will work with the other council members in the state to promote smart growth through better planning and corporate cooperation.
I'd like to open this up for discussion, and you can both comment at will. Vance, do you have any follow-up or rebuttal to what he said?
I think it's a little misleading to suggest that everything is approved, only in the sense that our code provides a roadmap. And oftentimes, people who come in for a change of zone or to start a business or to actually create some kind of change in the use of land look at the code. And they know if they deviate too far from the code or deviate too far from previous council decisions, they're probably going to be turned down. I would have to say this is one of the most balanced councils that I've ever been on. We oftentimes have Ms. Joan Deaver on the far left, Mr. Wilson on the far right, and many of these land use votes come down to one vote, a 3-2 decision. And I think balance is very important in government.
Mr. Cordrey, anything else?
No, I didn't say that all requests are approved, but a majority are.